Now at 6 a.m. on WKYT this morning, first responders battle the extreme elements to fight an overnight house fire.
We're tracking scattered power outages across the Bluegrass on this historically cold morning.
And it is historically cold. And not only that, but once we get rid of the cold this morning, then we're talking about a winter storm warning in effect. I'll show you the timing on this and details coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Top of the morning to you from the WKYT News team. It's so good to have you with us on what has been a very challenging week, and there's more to come. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We cannot catch a break.
Right. I was saying if we had a coach right now that would have to say, we can do this. We're going to have to get through it. Yeah.
Stay pumped up. Record-breaking cold weather making very dangerous conditions across the Commonwealth. For
some perspective, it is 21 degrees in Anchorage, Alaska this morning, and it is 13 below zero or so in Lexington. All of this as another winter storm is taking aim at the Bluegrass. Warm in Alaska compared to here. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris has the latest on this first alert severe weather day.
Yeah, they're kind of in their short sleeve shirts and hanging out by the sea, and we're over here inside the house with cabin fever. Just can't get out of the house. We're at minus 13 degrees in Lexington. Let me tell you this. Typically around here, that since I've been here, the cold, it seems like when it gets below, I would say 20, 15 degrees, the cold is just cold to me personally. But this is a much different feel. We're at minus 19 in Georgetown. That goes for Frankfort. I mean, it really bites you as you step out the door. We're at minus 35 there for a wind chill in Mount Sterling. That is actually the coldest I've seen so far. Lexington at 25 degrees below zero for a wind chill. Winter storm warning, it's in effect for all. If you're watching this morning, it's in effect for you. I'll show you what that means for you and also a full detailed forecast with timing coming up in about 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then, Micah. Thank you. And a lot going on this morning. It was a busy night for firefighters in a central Kentucky town.
They made several runs overnight in Clark County. Weather's creating all kinds of challenges for them. WKYT's Mark Barber is live this morning in Winchester with the latest on this. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. The extreme cold is extremely hard on everyone, but it is especially difficult on first responders. Firefighters here in Clark County say it has already been a very difficult morning. They say they were called out to two fires, the first of which was a furnace fire on Lafayette Boulevard. They say in that case they believe the family's furnace was spitting smoke out into their home because it was overworked. Those fire crews say they know it's important to stay as warm as possible, but they say when the cold is draining the power from your energy sources the way like it is right now, it is also important to conserve power when possible. Now, these fire crews say they ran into trouble themselves around 12:30 this morning when they were responding to a call that was taking place on Red River Road. They say in that case one of their fire trucks was trying to make it up a very snowy hill when it couldn't, started rolling down the hill and then slid into a ditch. Now, those fire crews say that time and time again slippery roads are still causing trouble for them. They say in some cases they aren't even able to make it up to homes because driveways are still buried under the snow.
And people can't get their driveways plowed. It makes it extremely slip and hazardous trying to get our vehicles in and out. There's some roads, some driveways we can't get our trucks up.
Firefighters describe working in these conditions as brutal. They say the cold takes a toll on them very quickly, but I am told that they have extra men on hand ready to help with every emergency. Live in Clark County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, frozen pipes led to at least 3 house fires in Johnson County. Rock House Fire and Rescue says it is not safe to use any type of heater to thaw out frozen pipes. Firefighters had a hard time fighting one of those fires yesterday in Paintsville. While their uniforms are fireproof, it's hard for them to keep warm once they're wet. No one was hurt in yesterday's fire, but it looks like everything inside is a total loss, according to officials.
Difficult circumstance there, and with another round of winter weather on the way, you can expect stores to once again be packed heading into the weekend and probably over the next several days. Many of them, though, are still trying to restock their shelves from the last storm. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live for us this morning in Lexington, where it's hard to even find a shovel this morning. Good morning, Whitney.
Good morning, Bill. Well, we actually just checked with the Walmart here in Hamburg, and employees here tell us they don't have any shovels and they don't have any salt. The Lowe's next door does apparently have a shipment of shovels coming in, but they too do not have any salt. Empty shelves have been a common sight in many of the grocery stores around here as well since the big shopping spree before Monday's storm. Much of that snow has still stuck around since record cold temperatures have set in and turned some of that snow into ice. Some people are still waiting to dig their car out of this snow still, so stores that sell shovels, ice scrapers, and those winter prep items will probably be getting some more customers today. Although, like I said, it is going to be pretty tough to track down some of those items. And like Micah said, we are in for another round of snow, sleet, and possibly even freezing rain this weekend. So if you haven't been prepared all week, now would be the time to go out and at least attempt to get those items, because we are expecting that storm later on tonight. Live in Lexington, Whitney Watzel, WKYT.
All right, Whitney, thank you very much. Heard of one store over in Richmond. They were taking a waiting list for shovels and then calling people as they arrive. Well, many shelters around Lexington are over capacity because of the cold weather, and they also are in need of volunteers. Food and clothing donations are coming in, but many of the groups say the demand is greater than the supply. Volunteers say they need warm clothing in all sizes, as well as some fresh fruit.
Tonight we had 163 people to feed. See them smile on their face when they get that plate. Are coming to me, Miss Letha, I know you cooked. You know, it makes you feel good.
This week is the first time ever that the Community Inn has had to keep its doors open around the clock.
Well, this winter storm has already proven to be deadly. The Cabinet for Health and Family Services say there have been 3 weather-related deaths in Kentucky, 2 of those in central Kentucky, the other in the southern part of the state. Well, we are tracking scattered power outages across central Kentucky this morning. This is a live look at the power outage map for Kentucky utilities. In the winter, KU says the most common time for an outage is between 6 and 9 in the morning, when thousands of folks wake up and use more electricity, of course, as they're getting ready for their workday.
You never know where this is going to happen, to what extent it's going to happen, but we just kind of know when it's really this cold. People are trying to stay warm by whatever means they can, and they're consuming a lot of electricity.
Well, KU says schools being out today will help limit how much power is consumed. Well, the weather could be a factor in getting to the next Kentucky Wildcats game.
It could be. The Wildcats are back in town tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be a messy game day in the Lexington area. The Cats will try to make it 27 in a row tomorrow night in Rupp Arena against Auburn. It's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off, and it's scheduled to be on ESPN. And by the way, Tony Delk will have his jersey retired just before the game. So exciting times, and hopefully they can get that game in and everything be on time. We'll see as we go through the day tomorrow.